सुनाई दे रहा है क्या? So good morning everyone. By the way, it's afternoon. So as I shared with you in my previous video, थोड़ा पास. So as I shared with you in my previous video that I have recently joined one MBA college, and I took finance as my specialization. So to continue with that journey, I was doing some courses in NISM website, and recently the course which I am doing right now is NISM mutual fund distributorship course. So I got one workbook of NISM, NISM mutual fund. So I was studying that. So today I'll cover the first chapter. That consists of 12 chapters. So today I will cover the first chapter. So the name of the first chapter is investment landscape. So let's start. So why investments? Why we do investments? So basically we do investments we do investments because we have certain financial objectives in our mind, right? We want to grow our money, we want to increase our money. So for that purpose we do investments. So there are some very common financial objectives which people have, for their children education. The most important is their retirement planning, or their daughter's marriage, or they want to purchase a car, they want their purchase their dream house, or just they want to go for a vacation. So these are some common financial objectives. To fulfill these objectives, people invest their money. And some uncommon financial objectives could be like someone may start a new business, and for that they need money, or someone just wants some break from their work, or they want to continue their higher studies. So these are some uncommon financial objectives. For that purpose people invest their money, right? So now what are the steps involved in this, for doing investment? What are the steps involved, or what are the things we need to do, we need to take in mind, take into consideration. So the very first thing is the goal setting. We need to first decide what do we want, or or what's the purpose of our investments. Like I said, there are various financial objectives which people has. So what are your investment objectives? What are your goals? You need to first figure out that, like your children's education or your retirement planning. What are these? So you need to first figure out these. Then the second step would be prioritizing your goals. Means like suppose you have decided that you will invest money for your retirement, and you will invest money for your children's education, right? So you need to prioritize that, which is more important, so you need to prioritize among them, that which financial objective or which goals is contain more more what we call more important, and which is little less important. You need to figure out that. And the third step is to to allocate money, and also decide the time horizon. For what time you are ready to invest, and how much money you want to right now invest for to achieve that financial goal. Like you have retirement planning and children education. So for retirement planning, how much you want to invest right now, and what's the time horizon? Like time horizon for in retirement planning could be 60 years, because generally it is presumed that 60 years is the age of retirement. So retirement planning, the time horizon for retirement planning could be 60 years. But for your children's education, uh, the time horizon may be probably 10 years, 5 years, or 10 years. So the third step is to allocate the money, how much money you want to invest right now for or to achieve that financial goal. And then second, what's the time horizon for those investments, right? Now let's talk about the differences between savings and investments. Oof, it's pretty hot, man. So what's the difference between savings and investment? So savings is basically the portion of your monthly salary which you save, you know, which you set aside or keep aside, or which you don't expense. So that is your savings. Whereas your investments is uh, when you put the money, put your savings into some asset classes to increase the money, or for objective of getting higher returns. So that is called investments. So in objective in savings is to safeguard your capital, but whereas the objective in your investment is to increase your capital, or gain some extra money. So this is basically, this is the basic difference of savings and investments. But you need to remember you need to remember this, that savings and investments are not two different things. Savings and investments are two sides of the same coin, right? Means savings come first before investments. Means first you need to save, and whatever money you will save, you have to put that money into your investments. Like I am reading, I was reading one quote of Warren Buffett sir. So I have not I could not recall it properly, the exact phrase, exact quote. But he was saying that generally what people do, whenever salary comes, people pay their bills, people do some kind of expenses, and whatever money they left, they put it as investment or put it as savings. But what we should do is, whenever salary comes, we need to first set aside our savings, or first set aside our investments, and then whatever the money will left, we have to use that money to pay our bills, or to incur our expenses. So I like that, the perspective of Warren Buffett sir. So now where you can invest your money. So there are different asset classes where you can put your money. Like real estate, you can put your money into real estate. But to invest in real estate, or to purchase a land, it's a very high, क्या बोलते हैं, it's a capital intensive game. You need very heavy capital to invest in real estate. So through REITs, or REMF means your real estate mutual funds. So through mutual funds, you can invest in real estates. So this could be your one asset class. Then your second option could be your fixed income sources, like debentures or bonds, where you will get a fixed rate of return, or your FD, RD. These are your fixed income sources. So this could be your one of the asset class. And the benefit of this asset class is that your money is safe, it's very much safe. In bond and all, bond or debentures, money is safe only majority of the times, until and unless any company bankrupts or something like that happens, or they default your payments. Bonds and debentures are also pretty considered as safe. Or if you purchase government bonds, so there is nothing like that. You will get safety in government bonds. So bond or FDRD could be one asset class, could be one of your option to invest your money. Then third would be your equity, like we all know that, and you can invest in index funds, ETFs. You can invest in small cap, mid cap, large cap stocks. Through mutual fund also you can invest in equity market. So this could be your one asset class. And one more is your commodity, means you can purchase commodity, like you can purchase gold, silver, all these things. So these are these comes under commodity, so you can invest your money into commodities also. uh, Now what? Wait. Yeah, investments risk. So we talked about investments, where we can invest our money. We can basically, I have made some notes here, means at what topic I have to cover, because I often forget things. So that's why I made a note कि किस किस टॉपिक पे बोलना है. So एसेट क्लासेस पर हमने बात कर लिया. सो नाउ टॉक अबाउट इन्वेस्टमेंट रिस्क, मीन्स व्हाट काइंड ऑफ risks we may incur or we may face while doing investments. So the very first risk is your liquidity risk. So as I was talking in the previous section that in the asset class, that in real estate is very capital intensive market, and so liquidity will be a challenge in real estate investment, because if you purchase any land, so definitely the price of land will appreciate. But it's very difficult to immediately find a buyer who can purchase your land. Definitely it's very difficult to sell your investment, sell your land immediately. So liquidity means how fast can you turn your asset into liquid cash. So this is called liquidity. So it's very difficult in terms of real estate to turn your asset into cash. So liquidity risk could be there. Then second is your inflation risk. So like we all know that inflation is something which eat up your investments or which eat up your returns, I say. So inflation will be a risk. Like जो चीज़ आज 100 रुपये का है, maybe tomorrow it would cost you 120 rupees, है ना. So means your value of your money to purchase the same thing will decrease in passing years, right? So this is your inflation risk. Now third risk is your market risk, you can say. Market risk or your price risk. Market risk is basically when market as a whole, when it tumbles because of certain certain happenings. Like recently Trump tariffs was a reason to destabilize the market. So this could be your market risk. Then comes your under market risk only there could be your industry risk, at what industry you have invested your money. So that would be a risk कि इंडस्ट्री में कोई प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है. इन दैट इंडस्ट्री में, लेट्स सपोज योर बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री, अगर बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री में कोई प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, सो दिस कुड बी अ रिस्क. दैन कंपनी स्पेसिफिक रिस्क कि देयर मे बी सम मैनेजमेंट इश्यूज एट योर कंपनी, इन विच कंपनी यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड. सो कंपनी रिलेटेड इशू कुड बी देयर. सो कंपनी रिलेटेड रिस्क. Then one more thing is credit risk. Credit risk is basically like you have purchased debentures or bonds. So as I already told you that there could be chances that the debentures or the company can may default in payments, right? Defaults in giving interest payments. So this could be a risk. So this is credit risk basically. So before purchasing any bonds or something, मतलब bonds or your debentures, make sure to check credit ratings, and it should be above BBB plus, I guess. So this should be above BBB plus. So you need to check those ratings, credit ratings, before purchasing any bonds. Then comes your interest risk. So interest risk is very interesting. You should you have to focus on, because it's a little bit tricky. So interest risk is basically your interest rate is inversely proportional to your bond prices. Means, let's suppose price of a bond is 100 rupees today. A price of 1 year ka bond if I purchase, so maybe it is 100 rupees, and at the rate of 8% per annum ka interest. So I purchased a bond of 1 year, so it cost me 100 rupees now. But later on, after 2-3 months, if the if the interest rate in economy increase to 8.5, so the bond will also increase to 8.5. Means the newer bond which will came up, so they will come with 8.5% ka interest rate, but you have bought 8% interest rate wala bond. So people will lose interest in your 8% return wala bond. So even if you try to sell those bonds, तो वो आपको कम में बेचना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इंटरेस्ट रेट जो है वो बढ़ चुका है. सो इंटरेस्ट रेट जो है वो इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल होता है टू बॉन्ड प्राइसेस. मीन्स इफ इंटरेस्ट रेट्स गो हाई, देन द प्राइसेस ऑफ योर बॉन्ड विल गो डाउन, है ना. तो जब आप बेचोगे तो फिर आपको लॉस होगा. तो दिस कुड ऑल्सो बी अ रिस्क, राइट. सो before doing investment, we need to thoroughly do our risk profiling. Means what's our risk appetite, or one should check their risk appetite. Means how much risk they can bear. So they need to check all these things, all these parameters, before investing into any asset classes, right. So what are the factors to evaluate? So very first thing is the need of need to take risk. And what's the need to take risk? Like, so this answer could be need is because you will get high returns, and you have certain objectives, certain goals which you have to fulfill. So this could be your need to take the risk. Then comes your willingness to take risk. Means psychologically how much you are strong to take the risk. क्योंकि if you are investing your money, so definitely there is a risk, and if you want some return, so definitely you have to bear some risk. So whether you are mentally capable enough to take that risk or not. So willingness to take risk, you need to figure it out there. Then the third thing is ability to take risk. Means what's your current financial condition, whether you are in a good position to take risk or not, है ना. अभी आपके पास पैसा कम है, but you want to take more risk, है ना. पैसा कम है, but you are putting your hard-earned money, hard-earned saving into small cap. So this is a very bigger risk. So you need to understand what's your ability to take risk. So these are the factors you need to take into consideration to find out your risk appetite, and then put your money into market or to other asset classes. Then first check your risk appetite, and then invest your money into mutual fund or wherever you want to. I have already mentioned various asset classes, right. So next topic we will discuss later. So that's all for today. I hope अच्छा ही बोला होगा शायद. Thank you.